this Dolphin Wave 60 automatic robotic pool vacuum cleaner, and I've spent the last few weeks putting it through its paces at my apartment pool. When it comes to pool maintenance, I've always wanted something that wouldn't take up half my weekend or require complicated installation and constant supervision. From my experience, it's rare to find a machine that promises both durability and real convenience for commercial or larger residential pools. So I was honestly a bit skeptical when I unboxed this unit. I mean, I've gone through a few models in the past, and let's just say that not all pool vacuums live up to the hype, especially when you've got heavy use or a lot of debris. Looking at it, the Dolphin Wave 60 has a pretty robust and practical design. It's not flashy, but you can tell it's built to handle commercial settings like hotels, condos, or even larger backyard pools up to 50 feet. It's about 26 pounds, so it's definitely heavier than basic home use robots, but still manageable using the included Caddy. That's actually one key feature I really appreciate. The storage Caddy makes it much simpler to roll the vacuum in and out of storage, especially for someone like me who isn't looking to haul heavy equipment all over the deck. The device itself looks solid. If you've never used a robotic vacuum, the Wave 60 pretty much works on its own with just a quick plug-and-play setup. You don't need complicated pipes, extra hoses, or installation. Just plug it into an outlet, put it in the pool, and hit the power button. I honestly didn't expect it to be this straightforward. There's also a remote included if you ever want to manually guide the robot, but most days I just let it do its thing. One of my favorite features is the smart navigation system. Instead of running in random patterns or getting stuck, the Dolphin Wave 60 actually maps the pool so it covers everywhere: the floor, the walls, and even the waterline. That last bit is pretty important because bacteria and grime tend to build up along the waterline, and not every pool cleaner reaches that spot. Watching the robot climb up the pool walls the first time was honestly kind of impressive. It shimmies right up and really scrubs that upper edge, which is usually the toughest spot to keep clean. For filtration, you get top-load access, which means you don't have to flip the vacuum over or get messy pulling out the basket. The filter options are fine and ultra-fine, which basically means it can grab anything from bigger debris like leaves down to tiny grains of dirt and sand. What's cool is there's an indicator light that tells you when the filter is full, so you're not left guessing or opening it up to check every time. It pops out pretty easily for a quick rinse with the hose. Energy efficiency was another thing I was worried about since my last pool cleaner had a tendency to make the electric bill jump. But the Dolphin Wave 60 surprised me. Its electric motor uses a lot less power than the older pressure side or suction side cleaners I've tried, so I noticed it really doesn't draw much. If you're looking to cut down on pool operating costs, especially in high-use seasons, that's a nice bonus. Now, to be real, there are a few things I want to point out for anyone new to these machines. The weight can be a bit much for some users, especially when lifting it out of the water after a cleaning cycle. This model is built to last, and that adds to the weight, but it also means you may want to use the Caddy or get help if you find it difficult. Also, while it comes with both fine and ultra-fine filter options, there aren't as many filter types included as some top-end models, so if your pool gets a ton of unique debris, you might need to clean it out more often. From my perspective, having less to fiddle with is actually a good thing, but it's worth knowing. Another thing to keep in mind is that, although it's self-propelled and automated, the Wave 60 isn't Wi-Fi enabled and doesn't have a smartphone app, so you can't schedule cleans from your phone like with some premium robotic vacuums. Personally, I don't mind just pressing a button. It's one less techie thing to set up or troubleshoot, but if you love everything being smart, that's something you'll notice. When it comes to actual cleaning results, I was honestly impressed. After a full weekend of pool use with friends and their kids, with leaves, grass, and who knows what at the bottom, I just dropped the Dolphin Wave 60 in, turned it on, and let it go for a cycle. When I came back, the water was clear, and even the stubborn spots along the waterline looked freshly scrubbed. I like to run it early in the morning or sometimes overnight, and being able to just pull it out, wash out the filter, and roll it away on the Caddy has made pool upkeep feel a lot less like a chore. For anyone new to robotic pool vacuums, a quick review. A pool vacuum like this is an automatic machine that uses an electric motor to move itself around your pool and suck up dirt, debris, and algae. Instead of dragging vacuum hoses and manually brushing, you basically turn this guy loose and check back when it's done. Self-propelled, in this case, means the machine drives itself around the whole pool without needing to be steered all the time. In my opinion, it's perfect for small hotels, apartment complexes, or even homeowners with large pools who don't want to pay for weekly professional cleaning or spend hours on maintenance. If you're someone who prioritizes easy setup, doesn't want to mess with hoses or extra pumps, and wants a trustworthy cleaning result, the Wave 60 really delivers what it promises. From my experience, I'd recommend this for nearly anyone tired of wrestling with old-school pool vacuums or spending way too much time on pool chores. The anti-tangle swivel on the cord works well, by the way. I've never had it knot or get stuck, which was a huge pain with my old unit. The only other thing worth mentioning is the warranty. It's not the longest out there, so if you're someone who wants maximum coverage, that's something to consider. But honestly, the build quality and reputation from Maytronics give me a lot more peace of mind than some of the cheap imports I've tried in the past. In conclusion, if you value an easier pool maintenance routine, smart cleaning power, and consistent results that can handle heavy use, the Dolphin Wave 60 automatic robotic pool vacuum cleaner is a solid choice. It's not the cheapest model, but it's definitely not just for huge public pools. It's a practical investment even for demanding private pool owners or small commercial properties. I think the time and effort you'll save more than pay for the upfront cost. I will share detailed information about the Dolphin Wave 60 automatic robotic pool vacuum cleaner in the comments section, everyone. Thank you for watching.